Welcome back to my channel, everyone, and good morning. Today I'm going to make some little doors that open, and I want to do a corset binding, not corset binding, just a little corset decoration, I guess, if you would, on it. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you what I'm going to do. First off, I've got these papers. They can be any size, but I got them cut at 2 by 4, and I'm going to have to trim just a smidge off of that because I should have cut it about 2 by 3 3/4 would have been better, and I'll show you why. So I'm just going to cut a smidge off of that because these papers are going to go, they're going to be matted on this door like that, on the little door. So I'm going to glue these down. That's why I wanted a little bit of a border around there. I'm using art glitter glue. It's just my go-to. I like it. It's what I always use, it seems like. All right, so I'm going to put that one on there. These are some leftover pieces from a digital kit that I had purchased, and I made a whole journal out of that digital, and this is going on the back inside cover of the journal. That's my plan anyway. All right, so I'm going to flip these over, and I'm going to glue these other two pieces right there. Okay, so these are 2 by 3 3/4, but the brown, or the background of it, is 4 by 2 3/4, and the reason is I wanted a good 1/2 inch hinge on this side of my paper. So I went ahead and scored that at a 1/2 inch. I'm going to fold this one in. So those two are scored. Get me a little bone folder too. That way I don't have to add a hinge separate. It has its own little hinge. All right, so that can be the left, and this can be the right. So it's going to open like this. But I want to do that little corset opening. This is the journal that it's going in, and I will do a flip through when I'm completely finished with it. I wanted it to go right here on this back page. It's going to go just like that. But before I attach it, I'm going to do my little eyelets and all, because that would be much easier before it's glued down. It wouldn't be impossible once it's glued down, but it'll be easier this way. Okay, now, so we'll get a hole punch, and I'm going to use a 1/8 inch hole punch here on my crocodile, and I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to mark the front opening. Let's see, how many do I want to use? So I've got 4 inches, so that's a great measurement. So I think I will go about every 1/2 inch because I want a lot of them. I just think it'll be so cute, and it'll be fun, and you know, we got to have fun. We got to have fun. Of course, you know, if I do that, then every time you go to open it, you're going to have to unlace the whole shebang. Ooh, I may have to think about this. I may not make it open. I might just use it as a belly band. Yeah, because I don't want to have to unlace it every time I want to open it. All right, so I'm just going to make my little dots about a 1/2 inch apart from each other, and then I'm going to punch my holes. I love this crocodile hole punch, but that hole gets stopped up all the time with paper, and then you can't see. So you got to see down through that little hole to see where your mark is, and so many times I have to stop and poke it out myself because it's stopped up. It's doing pretty good on this cardstock today. All right, so I'm going to do that to both sides. All right, I've got both sides punched. I was considering cutting off these tabs too if it's not going to be able to open, but I think I'm going to leave those on there because that'll give it just a little bit of a gusset, and then I can put something thicker behind there, like a little miniature journal or something if I want to. All right, so the next thing we need is eyelets. So I'm using 1/8 inch eyelets, and I'm using brown eyelets. So I have 7 holes on each side. So I'm going to have 7 eyelets. We'll have a total of 14 holes. Now sometimes these don't smash down as good as I want them to, and I just take a little, my cute little hammer, so cute, and just give it a little help, and then it's just as smooth, so it's not going to snag on anything. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the eyelets in. Okay, there we go. I've got all the eyelets in after I knocked a whole bunch of them on the floor, of course. Wouldn't be me if I didn't spill them. All right, now, there. Ah, it's going to be so cute. Look at that. I'm going to love this. All right, so now I have to decide what I want to weave through there. You know, a thread, a ribbon. Let me find something pretty. Okay, so I've got all the eyelets on, and I chose this pinkish looking ribbon to lace it up. But before I do that, I need to go ahead now and attach it down where I want it to be. So I am going to glue both sides of this little hinge, the hinge that's not a hinge anymore. The hinge that was going to be a hinge but is not. And I'm going to leave some space between the two right here for the lace-up effect. Oh, don't slide, don't slide. Do not slide. Stay. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this side. And then once these are glued in place and secure, then I can lace it up, and I won't have to worry about it getting away from me. All right, so I'm just going to try to get those two even. Even Steven. All right, we'll let that dry for a sec. So what I have done is, I have this little journal here that I made. I just didn't have anything on the front, so I just put this pretty lady on the front. But this journal is made from a paper bag, and it's just got all kinds of beautiful scraps. It's made from this bag right here. So you can see it has been folded over, and I believe I cut it down on one end because, yeah, I did. I cut about an inch off of it because I liked this size. So it's just a paper bag, just a fun idea for you. And this has some thickness to it. It's not too thick, but I think if I make this into a belly band, that might work really good. See, that'll hold that journal back in there. So when I lace it, I'm not going to lace it like really, really tight because I want things to be able to go into the back of it. Now, when you do these little corset things here, you can make yours start at the top and go down. You can start at the bottom and go up. It's just according to where you want your bow. I'm going to do it like you would lace a pair of tennis shoes. So I'm just going to find my two ends, and I started at the bottom, and I don't really want it to twist. Stop it. Stop twisting. Okay, now, and then I'm just going to lace it up just like you would tennis shoes. Whoa, that was more trouble than I realized. Okay, so I've laced it all up, and I discovered you can go down from the top into the holes, or you can come up from the bottom into the holes according to how you want it done. I did all mine up from the top and went down into each hole, and now I just want to tighten it up like you would tennis shoes. But okay, let me fiddle with that for a minute. All right, there we go. I think I like it there. So I went ahead and put the little mini journal in there so that I would know how tight that I need to tie this. And so I'm just going to make a pretty bow here. And I think, just to make sure that it doesn't come untied, because this is kind of a satiny ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and tie the bunny ears together, tie the bow loops together so that I know it's not going to come undone. All right, and I want you on the bottom. There we go. Now. And we'll just trim our little ribbons here. And so now we have a belly band, and it's holding a miniature journal behind it. All right, let's see how that works. Yep. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. So I got to finish this journal. As soon as I get done with it, I'll do a flip through and show you. And I may do some embellishments here. You know, oh, I know what would be pretty there. So I've got these little pieces of little lacy flower things. It's actually on a bolt of lace. Had to make a mess. And you just cut them apart. You could use them as lace, or you could just cut them apart. And I'll just cut those apart to make little decorations for the little thing. And it's so cute. Okay, now I'm going to go finish the rest of the journal. And thanks for watching, guys. And you'll see a flip through of this very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.